Back with us now, Congressman Jeff Van Drew from House Homeland Security. It's great to see you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure always to be on your show.
Same here. FBI Director Christopher Wray, he testified to Senate Judiciary that Americans face increasing threats from violent crime, and he tied it to Biden's border crisis because of drug gangs and more. What was your reaction when you heard that?
My reaction was, are you kidding me? We've been saying this all along. We've been speaking about it. We've been trying to legislate something to stop it. And of course, with the majority being what it is, it gets nowhere. The fact is that this is self-created, self-produced, self-destructive by this majority and this terrible president. We know that China is getting fentanyl to the border, that with the borders gaping wide open, that they're crossing over. Fentanyl is getting into our country, and everybody should understand, it's not just Texas. It's all over the country. Fentanyl deaths are increasing, crime is increasing, and part of the reason is absolutely because of illegal immigrants. We have dozens and dozens of people who are on the terror watch list, more than dozens, more than 50, a lot more, that are on the terror watch list, and many of them are escaping into the country. So what is he telling us, something we didn't know?
Right, 192 caught so far. And that's more than last year at all ports of entry, including the border. Let's watch the FBI director. Watch this.
I speak with chiefs and sheriffs all the time. In fact, just about every week, sometimes more. And the number one concern I hear from them by far is rising violence in their communities, whether it's gangs terrorizing a neighborhood, well-known trigger pullers who keep finding their way back out onto the streets, robbery crews graduating from carjackings to aggravated assaults and worse. The violent crime problem is real, and it's one we are firmly determined to combat. The border presents significant security issues. There's a wide array of criminal threats that we encounter down at the border. You mentioned a little bit in some of your questions the transnational criminal organizations that use diverse and complex methods to traffic drugs. That then cascades over into prison and street gangs who distribute it.
Okay, we hear it, right, Congressman? We understand it. Why is this White House inflicting this on our Border Patrol and on our communities?
I have absolutely no reason why. It is part of what I've spoken about before, where there's actually a self-destructive process where you just have to believe that this White House and that this majority in Congress doesn't care about America and in fact wants to destroy the fabric of America. And frankly, Christopher Wray is not telling us anything we don't know. If you just walk the streets and talk to people, if you've gone to the larger cities and even some other areas and see the crime that exists and has existed, and you know what? Why it's no surprise, too? Because of what you were speaking about before. Prosecutors that allow people in and out with 10 and 20 priors. You know what? People at times need to be put away in jail forever. At times they need long sentences, 3 strikes and you're out, stop and frisk. We've got to go back. We made this happen. It didn't need to. A couple years ago, it wasn't.
The crisis is in how we govern ourselves. And, remember when Congressman Jerry Nadler said Antifa is just an idea? Well, FBI Director Wray testified that they've been spending a lot of time addressing politically motivated violence and riots. He said every time I turn around, someone's throwing a Molotov cocktail at somebody. Final word.
Final word is it isn't just an idea or concept or whatever Nadler said. It's real. Where did the guns that they have come from? Where did the transportation come from? Where does the money come from? They are real, and it's bad, and they're hurting our country. We've got to obey the rule of law and do what we used to do, and we can get whole and heal again.
Congressman Van Drew, thanks for joining us. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thank you.